Regional trade integration is a cornerstone of East African Community Partner States' trade policies. This involves strengthening of public institutions and private sector organizations involved in export promotion. However, benefiting from integration and free market access arrangements faces certain challenges including insecurity, inadequate access to productive resources, supply-side constraints, poor physical infrastructure, weak institutional framework, low public expenditure, and prevalence of non-tariff barriers.
The region has already reached the level of what we call a common market, where we expect free movement of goods and free movement of people without any hindrances. And the expectation was that our goods will move from Uganda to Kenya, from Tanzania to Uganda, from Kenya to Uganda, free, without actually being hindered at all. But what we have seen happening over the last years is the introduction of what we call non-tariff barriers. Things like making requirements for standards or health requirements that were not part of what is needed for free flow of goods and services. So this hampers trade. For instance, like in Uganda's case, there is a time when we were trying to trade in a commodity and we were told, no, there is aflatoxins in your product, therefore it cannot come here.
Most of the East African community states are currently undertaking large-scale infrastructure projects such as standard gauge railways, oil and gas pipelines, and hydropower dams, setting and implementing harmonized regional standards, allowing for the free movement of services and improving telecommunication and broadband internet because regional internet costs are high due to high fees and taxes.
Also to address the supply-related constraints, to ensure that supply in terms of volume is maintained, and that would, for example, rotate around establishment of what are called EPVs, export production villages. Those may more or less be a proxy to what we have had in the past, called the cooperatives.
In terms of transport, the proposal, especially from our side, is that the region should invest more in low-cost transport means. They should invest more in rail services so that there is interoperability of rail services. That is one. Secondly, where there is opportunity to use Lake Victoria, which connects at least 3 of our countries, we should use Lake Victoria so that we do have transport costs that are lower. That's crucial. Now, the second thing, in terms of cost of finance, we are encouraging our regional players, companies, and governments to try and make sure that they introduce policies that can make the cost of borrowing low.
Due to these limitations, the rural economy has been unable to increase employment and income, fulfill rising food demands brought on by urbanization and rapid population expansion, promote general economic growth, or conserve natural resources. Bronya Katsime, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.